Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to be trying to speedrun the first sea as fast as we can, and we're going to be doing it pay to win, which is why we're going to buy the perm light fruit and we're going to pop a code. And let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into it with the bandits quest. So let's group them up as fast as we can here, especially with this amount of stamina. Now I bought the light fruit because it is the best fruit, especially for the first sea. And the second sea is going to be the Buddha fruit, but for the first sea it's going to be the light fruit because of its flight move, which we're going to get in the jungle. Hopefully as fast as we can get the flight move so we can start moving around a lot faster in the first sea and waste as little time as possible. How fast do you guys think I beat the first sea here? Write your answer in the comments down below, and hey, no cheating. Now let's make our way to the jungle island. Now with that, this video was not cheap. Please do subscribe to this video. All I bought was the light fruit and my usual avatar skin, but without that in mind, let's do the monkey's quest here as fast as we can and go up to do the gorilla quest. Now we finally unlocked the flight move and we're definitely going to be using that, especially for going to other enemies, other NPCs, other islands, of course, because again it is one of the fastest fruit. And I just also do want to say thank you so much for the support on the last video. We got over 1,000 views. I did not expect that. If we can hit over 25 likes on this video, I'm gonna be trying to speedrun the second sea as well in this run. If we can get 25 likes, I will definitely consider speedrunning the second sea as fast as I can with this account. I might buy Buddha fruit and maybe the mink, but we'll see when it comes to that. I just need to do it as fast as I can. Now we beat the Gorilla King and everything. Now we just need to beat the last couple of gorillas here until we can get to level 30 so we can make our way to the pirate island. We just need the last gorilla here and then we should be able to make our way over there as fast as we can with the flight move. Let's go. Now that we're here, we're going to be doing the pirates quest, not the brutes quest. There we go. I'm going to group them up as usual. And hopefully get to level 55 as fast as we can so we can start getting chef, and get to level 60 so we can go to the next island. Hopefully very fast. Let's not get a fast counter word or else it would be over 10 because I will definitely say it a lot in this video, but do bear with me. Now we're just gonna need to beat it the last time here. Let's see if Chef is there. He is. So let's go get his quest and then let's go beat him up. We're gonna shoot him from here and let's go right ahead and beat him up. Hopefully we don't die to him, but we didn't die to him, so that's very lucky. We're gonna be able to beat him up here, and there we go. Now we're gonna get the pirates quest one last time before going to the next island. But before we do that, let's go to the marine fortress and take the black cape so we both can do more damage, get more HP, and have a lot more energy. It is the best starter cape or accessory in the start of the first sea. The second one is of course going to be the Tomoe ring, but we're maybe going to acquire later on in the video. But let's start out with the Desert Bandits quest here and group them up and go right ahead and beat them up before we can go to the next island or get to the next quest, which is going to be the desert officers. Now, I think I'll do this one with free to play as well, so without buying any fruits, just to see how different the times will be, like how fast it would go in the pay to win compared to the free to play. Speaking of fast, let's go to the frozen village, buy some air jump and aura, and then let's go right ahead to the next quest. But again, what I was about to say is that I'm thinking of doing it free to play, so I'm gonna try to beat the first sea free to play. That is gonna be my next video, and then if I get over 25 likes on this video, I am definitely gonna try and speedrun the second sea. It might take me a lot longer than it did in the first sea, but that's just I don't know what it's called. Of course it's gonna take longer because it is the second sea. So let's beat up the Yeti here, and we're gonna server hop him for a while. Be server hopping the Yeti will give us enough levels to go to the marine fortress, and also to do it as fast as we can. We're gonna need to beat up one more. There we go. Now before we leave here, we're gonna need flash step just before we leave the frozen village, and we can't get it. There we go. Now let's do our fastest and go to the marine fortress. There we go. See the chief petty officers here. We're gonna do them a couple times before we can start going for the vice admiral. There we go. Now we're gonna go right ahead and destroy the vice admiral. Now this run did go pretty fast in my opinion. Maybe in the future I might actually do it again just to see if I can do it faster. I think I did do a lot of mess ups in this run. Not that it was way too silly of me or something like that. I am of course going to be going for the saber quest as well in this video, and do it as fast as I could. But yeah, let's just keep server hopping the vice admiral until we can go to the next island. There we go. We're finally level 190. We're going to be making our way to the prison and not Colosseum, which we completely skipped because Colosseum is going to be a waste of time, especially in this speedrun. And normally I would do or I would also skip Colosseum normally because it's never really worth it, and I want to do it the best way possible, which we're also going to do later on in this video. We're going to be skipping the lower sky islands because again it is not worth it, and it's just going to be a time waster going straight for that instead of just going for the bosses over and over again like we're going to do in the prison, where we can go for the warden, chief warden, and Dawn Swan instead of making our way to the lower sky. No, I have been lying. I meant Colosseum now, and then lower sky was when we did the vice admiral. Now we're gonna skip the Colosseum when we get to 250, and then we're gonna be going. Normally you would go to the Colosseum. That's how it is. Oh, we got the warden sword. Sorry for the confusion. There we go. And we're level 300, and we should be making our way to the Magma Island, Magma Village. We also got Dawn Swan's coat. We have been pretty lucky in this run, I can't lie. Not that we need the accessories or anything. They're just very lucky and very nice to have, I guess. I did also pick up a fruit, but because it was a spring fruit, it was not worth it to keep in the video. I can't lie. So we're gonna do the Magma military soldiers here for quite a while, or just military soldiers. We're gonna do it till we get to 350, so we can start going for the Magma Admiral. It's not worth it to go for the military spies, I think they're called. Yeah, military spies. It's not worth it to go for them because they're spread out. They don't spawn as fast as the military soldiers do. But without further ado, let's go to the Magma Admiral. Now we're gonna keep going for him until we get to level 375, and then we can make our way to the underwater city. We just got a very lucky drop called the Magma Blaster. I am so unlucky at getting it, but right now we get it 2 for 2, which is very lucky. But yeah, I personally like the Magma Blaster. I think it's a very cool weapon. Not that I ever really used it, I just think it's a cool weapon. But yeah, let's keep going for the Fishman Warriors here now and get to level 400 so we can go for the Fishman Warriors. Now, I was also wondering, I think live streaming this could also be very fun. So do also type in the comments down below if you think it would be fun to watch me speedrun the game as fast as I can in a live stream or something. I might not talk as much, but that's because I'll be staying logged in, but I will do my best to talk back to you guys. I think it could be very fun to try out live streaming for once, I guess. But again, I'll just stick to try to posting weekly as much as I can because I think that's gonna be the best thing for me. And I want to push out as much content for you guys as well. So I also think it's very fun to do. But now let's get back to the Fishman Lord here. And yeah, let's keep going till we get to 450 before we can go to the Upper Sky Islands. And we get the Trident, a very lucky drop. We're not going to be able to use it, but very cool drop. Well, we will be able to use it, but it's not going to be worth it to use. We're just going to be using the light fruit as much as we can here to overcome everything in our way in the first sea. And there we go, level 450. Now let's make our way to the Upper Sky Islands, where we're going to fight the God's Guards for quite a while here. We're going to pop one more code before we run out, just to make sure we don't. We're going to fight the God's Guards until we get to level 500. They're some of the easiest quests to also do, because they are so close, and they spawn very frequently compared to the Shandas. I'm not saying the Shandas is also bad to go for, but in my opinion, the God's Guards is a lot easier to go for, especially when you want to try and speedrun the game. Now that we're level 500, first we're going to be going for the Tomoe Ring. It is one of the best accessories, especially in the first sea, because of the 10% blocks fruit damage boost. So we're going to pop 2 refund stat points here. We're going to pop all of it into melee because you need 300 stat points into melee to be able to buy it, plus 500,000 belly. But with that, now we have the Tomoe Ring, and we'll be able to do 10% more damage, or technically 3% more damage, because the black cape does 7% more, I do believe. I'm not too sure actually, I'll have to look it up after this. But let's make our way up to the Whisper boss, and we're going to take him down until we can go for the Thunder God. So we're going to be grinding him until we're level 575, and then we're going to be grinding both Whisper and we did get the bazooka. Very, very lucky. I forgot to equip the Tomoe ring when I bought it. That's not very lucky, and it's been quite some levels before then. But once we get to 575, we're going to start going for the Thunder God boss and Whisper. That is, in my opinion, one of the fastest ways to level up in the first sea. Also to money grind, and yeah, to grind mastery if that's what you also wanted to do. There are faster methods, especially for mastery, but for level grinding and money grinding, it is definitely one of the fastest methods, especially in the first sea. Now we're level 575. We're gonna be going for the Thunder God boss. There we go. Now we're going to be grinding both of them until we get to level 625. Because if we went to 700 here, then the run is pretty much over, but it's not as easy. There we go. We are on the Fountain City here, and we're going to be going for the Galley Pirates until we get to level 675, till we can get the Cyborg. Again, the Galley Pirates is a lot more worth it than the 650 quest, because they are so much closer to the quest giver, and they are so much closer to each other, and they spawn so much more frequently than the other quest. I don't even remember what it's called, because it's not a worth it quest to go for at all. But without further ado, let's keep grinding them till 675. There we go, 675. Now it's our time to go for the Cyborg and maybe hope for the cool shades. It is a very, very rare drop, but it's a very, very good accessory, especially in the first Z. Let's hope we get it. That would be very, very cool. And of course we did. This YouTuber luck is especially on my side. I personally like the cool shades a bit more than the Tomoe ring, and it's the cool shades that give you 7% all over damage. I think it's 5% with the black cape. So let me just say that right now before I get flamed out in the comments for being wrong. But we're now level 700, and we're gonna be making our way to the prison. We're going to talk to the military detective before we can get to the second sea. We're going to beat up Aokiji, or the Ice Admiral. And after we've done that, we're going to be making our way back to the prison. Yeah, we just died. But while we do that, I also want to say that I haven't been flamed. And I'm very, very grateful for you guys, especially all the kind words that you say and the encouragement. I thought I killed him here, but I clearly did not. I just want to say thank you for supporting me, especially on this journey, for trying to become a YouTuber on Roblox. And again, if there's any other games that you guys would like me to play out or try out, or any fruits, then type them down in the comments, and one day I might just try them out. Who knows? I guess I do, but I guess we'll figure that out. Let's do the save request here as fast as we can. Go to the cup here, and then we make our way to the frozen village. Get the cup to the sick man up here, and then after talking to the sick man, he's gonna tell you to go to the rich man on Pirate Island. And then when we go here to the pirate village, we're going to be talking to the rich man. He's going to say, beat up the mob boss. So we're going to beat up the mob boss as fast as we can. Go back to the rich man. After we talk to the rich man, he's gonna give us a relic we can use in the jungle. There was no saber there, but there's a saber here. So let's beat up the saber, and now we've completed the saber quest. And that also gives us access to instinct. So let's go and get instinct. Now that we both have the money, not really the time, but that does not matter. Let's buy instinct here. There we go. And with that in mind, now we can go to the second sea. Here we go. Now, thank you so much for watching this video. As you can see, it took us 2 hours, 54 minutes, and 59 seconds to beat the first sea as fast as I could with the light fruit. Now, I just want to say subscribe if you liked this video and if you want to see more content of this. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Zyrath out. Do also click one of the videos on screen, and yeah, like this video if you want to see me beat the second sea as fast as I can. A speedrun, pay to win of course, but I'll leave you guys to it. Thank you so much for the support, every single one of you. Zyrath out.